It is time for another YouTube live stream. I'm Zach. Welcome back. Let's play some games. We are back playing Cities Skylines 2 in my Florida-themed city, the city of Troy. And today is the train episode. We are bringing trains into my city. We are looking right now at the massive interchange that we built in the last Cities Skylines stream. And I am loving it. It's working so well. As you can see, I've been experimenting with some different designs and stuff on it. And we'll talk about that a little bit more today. But it's in the smack middle of the city, which has grown quite large, quite extensive. But we're going to be bringing trains in here today and connecting everything up. It's going to be excited. It's going to be exciting. I've been looking forward to this. Probably this whole series. This whole series has been leading up to this episode. I don't know about you, but I think trains are pretty cool. And so it's always just a fun episode to bring the trains into the city and connect everything up. Yeah, how has everybody's weekend been? I didn't have a Cities Skylines stream last week. You probably noticed. I was on vacation, and it was just nice to take a week off of YouTube. And I think it was last Tuesday night or something, I did a special Mario stream where I got my retro gaming controller and did a Mario stream. If you missed that, you should check it out because I had a lot of fun. I probably won't do any more of those just because I can only do so many gaming streams a week, and I would prefer to stream City Skylines. But it's fun every once in a while just to do something different, and so I had a blast doing that. We'll probably focus on City Skylines on this channel mostly. Anyway, where should we start? I think where I kind of want to start today is with a trash problem. One of the things we're going to have to deal with is tearing out one of the trash landfills in this episode. So I just want to kind of look and see how I'm managing my trash, because one of the things for City Skylines 2, when you first start out, trash is a problem. Trash is a big struggle of how are you going to manage trash? How are you going to set it up? How are you going to afford it? And I think I've done a pretty good job. But now that the city is bigger, I'm almost at 50,000 people, which is a pretty good size. Now it's time for me to rethink how I'm managing trash in this city. Maybe upgrade a little bit. And I have landfills everywhere. I need to get rid of some of these landfills. Liam's in chat. Hey, Liam, how's it going? What's up? Okay, so landfills. I have one over here on this end of the city. I have one. No, we have a recycling plant in the middle here somewhere. Here. This is my recycling center. I have a trash. Is this trash? Yeah. Here's another landfill right here. Here's my initial landfill. This is probably my biggest one right here. And then I have another landfill here. Okay, so this is like half full. This one is empty because I've been emptying this. This one is like half full. And this one is like half full. So I'm pretty much at capacity, I feel, right now with my garbage. So if I want to grow any more, and we are going to be growing this downtown area a lot more, we're going to need more trash facilities. I do want to get rid of this one. This is like smack dab in the middle of the city. I also want to get rid of this one, but this one is half full, as I already said. But this was my first one. It's right in the middle of the city. I've never liked it here. And I want to use this area for trains as well in this episode. So let's start by just deleting this guy. Yeah, do you guys remember, I built this suburb down here This is at the beginning, very beginning of the city. I built the suburb, and you could just see the piles of trash from the landfill over here. It was so sad. But luckily, the trash has all gone down. We've completely emptied this out, and let's finally get rid of this guy. Now, let's check the pollution. There's pollution here, right? Ground pollution. Yeah, there's some pretty nasty ground pollution here, which is probably going to stay here for a while. So we may not be able to build here initially, but for right now, that should go away over time. Okay, we're going to bulldoze this guy. Yes. And everyone is happy. Got rid of the trash facility. Look at it. It's all empty. It's all empty. Oh, all these residents must feel so happy right now. The ground pollution. The ground pollution is still there. Oof. Liam says, so today is about trash? No, today's about trains. This is all part of it, though. Liam says, do you have incinerators? Good question. I think it's time we built an incinerator. Liam says, I'm always rebuilding and moving stuff in my city. Yeah, I think that's a fun part of this game. It's a little frustrating at first to like rebuild your city and move things around, but I think it's an interesting part of the game to like redevelop things that you've already developed. Liam says they aren't going to be happy when you put trains through there all night. That's a good point. Earlier, Liam said, I missed your stream at midnight. Yeah, I streamed my Mario stream a little bit later. Later than normal. Hey, I have to do it when I can do it. All right, so incinerator. I have been saving a spot over here. I've been saving this for a really long time. This has been my incinerator location. And I have it here because I think the wind is blowing in this direction. Air pollution. Yeah, the wind's blowing in this direction, so there's not really anything over here. So if we build an incinerator here, it's close enough to the freeway where the trucks can get out really quickly, but it won't cause a whole lot of pollution. And there isn't really anything around here other than, what is this? This is a livestock yard. This is a stone yard, and this is another stone yard. So I think the pollution isn't going to bother these guys. All right, so let's start by deleting this ground here. Delete the ground covering. Let's go ahead and get rid of the trees. Get rid of some of these trees. Come on. Okay, and then the incinerator. It's pretty expensive. It's $1 million, which is why we haven't built it yet. It costs $105,000 a month to upkeep. Very expensive. But it's almost a perfect fit for this area. Look at that. Boom. Major incinerator. Isn't that crazy looking? Oh yeah, and it creates electricity. I forgot about this. You got a little electricity connection here. Are there any add-ons to this? I think there are. Oh, there's several. We can do an extra furnace. We can do a garage truck depot. That might be handy. And a storage extension. Okay, I don't know if we'll need any of these immediately. This garage depot would be handy, though. Just to have more trucks in the city. Extra $20,000 a month. You know, I'm not going to do it because my money is a little tight right now. We're going to do all this train stuff, which is going to cost a lot of money. So I'm going to hold off on all the add-ons. I should connect up this power, though. I think I'm just going to do an underground connection for the power. Because I didn't even think this through, really. Oh no, it has to connect to a power center kind of thing. We have to build one of these transformer stations. How big are these? They're pretty large. We could build one like right on the side here. It's kind of like a dirt road. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. You would see these off of dirt roads. Little stations like this. Kind of makes sense. All right, so I'll just do it over the ground then. It's a little weird, just one little tower there, but you know, it works. It kind of works. Got a little extra green space there, so we'll stick that in there. All right, so our trash problems are now resolved, and hopefully that doesn't break my budget. But let's see the trucks. Let's run this for a second. Let's see if trucks come out of here. Any trucks? I'm not seeing any trucks. Is this working? Employees. Has 60 out of 60 employees already. I see a truck! I see a truck! Look at... There's a couple of them. Ooh, okay. So how does this work? There's these dump trucks. Oh, so this is going to the recycling center. So I think how this works is I think they go to different landfills and then bring trash here. And then I think there's also garbage trucks that just go pick up garbage. So this is a garbage truck. And it's just collecting garbage. So it has two different kinds of trucks, which is really interesting. Cool. All right. And I think that fits in well right there. We got the freeway. It's kind of off in the distance, not really too close to anything, but not too far away that's going to be a hassle for the trucks to get to places. So, yeah, I like it. Liam says there's a nice lake over there. You can put trees around it. Around the incinerator plant? Yeah, we could do that. Liam says you have power lines and water going outside your city so that you can trade with them and get money for the excess power and water. I do with power. I think I do with water also. So I have sewage export. So I'm exporting sewage, but I'm I am trading water also. I'm exporting water and sewage. No, I'm not exporting sewage. That doesn't make any sense. How am I exporting water but not exporting sewage? Maybe I have to... Maybe I have to build a water treatment plant. I actually don't have a water treatment plant yet, so I think I have to build that first before I can do sewage exports, which I haven't done yet. Maybe we'll do that next stream. A little sewage center. What's next? Oh, let me talk about the intersection a little bit more. So this is the intersection we built last time, my massive, massive intersection, and I love it. I just sit here and just watch the cars run around this. And, you know, I've been playing with different ideas for designs and stuff. This is a really big area. It's like, it takes a lot of trees and flowers and stuff to fill this up. So I wanted to do a little bit of path infrastructure here. Why are there rails on these pathways? I don't want rails here. I think that's a mistake. I don't know where there's rails on these paths. But I used the paths because I just thought it looked like some interesting infrastructure to have in here. It kind of filled the space up. I think that's kind of fun looking. In the last stream, there was someone in chat who was saying I was mixing an on-ramp and off-ramp. And I couldn't figure out what they were saying. And I should, I've been streaming long enough. I should realize that my chat is always correct. And once again, whoever was making those comments, they were correct. I was missing an exit and an entrance on my interchange here. And what I did was I had this connection here just connecting up to here, and I had to connect this up to the roundabout. Otherwise, people wouldn't be able to make their connections. Same thing here. This was connected up to here, and it had to be connected up to here. So what I did was, you can see I turned this into an underpass and an overpass, and then it connects up to the roundabout here. And so now everything is connected up, and it actually is running pretty smoothly. So I'm happy with all of that. So yeah, whoever was in chat, you were correct, and I did fix it. So now everything should be connected. But yeah, I am loving this. I think it's so cool. But mod of the day, I got a new mod, you guys. I want to show this to you. I've never used this before, so this is my first time using this. We'll see if this works. There's a mod called Control C. And you might have noticed I have a new icon up here called C. If I click this, it activates Control C. And this allows you to copy and paste things. So obviously, I spent a lot of time putting all these flowers and trees here, and I kind of want to copy it over here, but I don't want to like redo all of this. It'd be nice if we could just copy it. Well, with this, I can select it, and I can just go here. It's a circle. The selector is a circle. So let's come to the center here, which I have some little flowers in here. We click the center. And we'll just select everything in this perfect circle. This is like the perfect shape for what I'm trying to do. And it selects everything. Okay, so everything's selected. Then I do Control C. And look at that. Is that cool or what? Okay, so I just need to kind of center it. And we're going to put it down, and hopefully my game does not crash. Okay, that looks pretty centered to me. Actually, what I can do is, if I click it, I can spin it around. So we can just spin it around so it's just a little bit slightly different. And it buried it in the ground. The flowers are buried in the ground. No, they're all here, but I guess the terrain is slightly different. This isn't a perfectly flat area. But we can fix this. I'm pretty sure we can fix this. If we go to Move It, and we select the Move It tool, and we go to Filters, and select only for plants. Let's go over here. We'll just select all the plants. And we do our tools to terrain height. Don't crash the game. Yes! We brought everything up to terrain height. Brilliant. Okay, the only bad thing is it looks like these were all placed as little baby plants. These are fine because these were supposed to be baby plants, but these are supposed to be adult plants. So let's use our little tree tool. And there should be a way. Yeah, you can change the age of trees. Change tree age tool. Okay, I want this a little bit smaller here. Okay, so I want everything to be the oldest age. Just click here. It will change the age of all of these plants to the oldest. Look at that. All right, so it took a little bit of fiddling around. Look at that. Instead of placing all of these plants over and over again, I just copied it from here over to here. How cool is that? I really didn't even know if this was going to work or not because I've never done this before. But man, that's cool. Oh my goodness. Now I got to do this middle part again, but this is going to be a little bit trickier because, again, the only way you can select it is with that circle tool. And this is obviously a rectangle, so it's just going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to have to do this in sections or something to copy and paste it over to here. But yeah, but that, man, just this alone, that was so cool. Liam says, Control-C is a game changer, almost as useful as the Move It mod. Liam says, save your game. It'll save by itself. It saves every 5 minutes. Yeah, you do have to be careful, though, because people have reported this Control-C mod will crash your game. It's crashed people's games. So you got to be careful with it. But it worked for me right there, so that's pretty cool. Liam says, intersection looks like cassette tape. That's true. I never even thought about that. That is very true. Okay. I did a couple of other things off stream. I don't know if I showed you guys this. I filled out all the rest of the suburbs here. So this is all filled in with suburban houses. I have to do all the detailing, like the filling in with the trees and stuff. But I'm loving the look of this, just like suburban sprawl. I love it. I think it looks so good. So I'm going to continue working on this area, and it's just going to be such a cool neighborhood. I love this so much. Been working on the wetlands. The wetlands are pretty much complete with just like little pools and bushes and flowers all throughout here. I think that looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, I worked on this little apartment complex some more too. Just putting in trees. I put a little alley in the back. I think there's some trash cans back here. Yeah, you got like little dumpsters back here. I put like little benches and some flowers and trees, and look at all the people just like walking around. People love this apartment complex. I put some like a fountain and some grills out here with some tables. Oh, you know what I just found? I just found something. On Find It. If we go to Find It. I don't think this was in here before, but you can select people. I think you could plop people down. Okay, so I have this person here. And let's say I just want people like just hanging out here. Can I place this guy down? Oh, it's not letting me place it. Well, I'll have to look. Maybe I'll have to change my settings or something. But yeah, I didn't think this was in here before, but maybe there's a way where you can actually just like put people around. That would be cool. I've seen people do it on other people's streams, but I'm not exactly sure. There must be like some setting or mod I need to actually like place these guys down. But I saw it, so it's in here. So there is like some functionality where you can just individually place people, and that's really so cool, because then you could like populate places like these. But I'll have to figure it. I'll figure it out, and I'll show you guys what I figure out. But something for the future that I'm working on. So yeah, I spruced up this apartment complex. I'm loving that. So this neighborhood is definitely coming together. Okay, what's next? Tree orchards. Oh, yeah, I did. I added a bunch more orchards, which I think really livens this area up. You know, this is supposed to be Florida, so they have lots of orange orchards there to give people orange juice. So I just put more, I changed these fields into orchards, just putting different trees down here. Over here I did another one, but I used like baby trees, if this is like a baby orchard. I just think it looks cool. Add some cool variation to these areas. So I think I'll continue to do that. Oh, I did another one up here too. I've just been doing orchards all over the place. We got another orchard up here. Yeah, I think it just adds a lot rather than, and they're pretty easy to do. So, and you know, like anybody is going to need a lot of these farm fields in their city. And just rather than having like all these like same looking farm fields, you can just change it. Just use tree props and change it into orchards, and it just adds a lot of variation. I think it's just a cool thing to do. Okay. Something else I wanted to point out, I did make this its own district. If I can maybe show the districts off. Is it showing it? It's kind of hard to see. But I did make this its own district here. As you can see, it's kind of a weird shape, but I wanted to give it its own little area. And I realized that I don't really have any services down here yet. So I basically said, like, you know, all the medical and the police and fire and stuff, they can come out and service these people until I build. I'm going to need to put in a hospital at police headquarters and stuff. I got to get these trains working first, though, because they're going to take so much money. I want to do that before I build all these like headquarter buildings. So right now I just have the downtown district, and I told all the services over here in Brisa Marina that they can service these areas over down here. So I think that'll work out all right. Something I would like to put in here, though, is a school. They definitely need their own school in this area. So, you know, since I have people living here already, we got people living in here, 648 people, 100 employees, 248 employees. It says it has 1,000 residents. Where's the other residents? There's only this one building. Where's the other residents? I don't understand that. There's 1,000 residents in this. Oh, these are household. Oh, they are out here. This is 1,000 residents. Okay, I wasn't reading that correctly. It's 648 households, 1,100 residents. So the whole district lives in this one building. We should add to that. Let's put in a school. They definitely need a school down here for them. There's a lot of these really cool urban schools that I want to use. Kind of want to use this one. This is the new, really cool downtown one. Northeast Elementary School. That would be cool. Maybe, should I put it like right next to here? Yeah, let's put it right here for now. We can always change this. And we'll upgrade this right away. But it's kind of a cool looking building. Very much city vibe. We'll upgrade it so there's an upper floor. And so this holds 1,500 students. And we're going to make this just service downtown. me check my schools over here. Maybe I should have them service this area too. They'll service Brizza Marina too. Since these schools are full, they can come stay here. Come use this school. Okay, so that'll help service these guys in this area. Now, I do want to put in some more buildings around here, the central location. I want to connect up this. So on either side of this freeway, we have a train track here, and this goes into our central train station. So we got our train track, and we have our tram track. So we have like all of our modes of transportation here. I would like to do kind of like a loop-de-loop around here. So let's take this track. Let's go to trams. Let's run a tram road up right along here. Actually, I don't think I want it right next to this road. Maybe like this. You can connect it up like that for right now. You don't need this little bit at the end. Yes, like a little connection right there, and then we can have it loop around and then come back out. Can we just put it on the street? Yeah, just put the tram road right on the street. Okay. Then it'll loop back down to here somehow. We might change how this works. Okay, so now we have tram road right here. So we can put a tram stop in here. But what I'd like to do is... I saw this really cool building. Let me just get rid of these trees. In fact, let me get rid of all these trees. This is all going to be downtown. We don't need all of these trees. Let's bump this up. Get rid of the trees. No more trees. Sorry, guys. Just give me a nice clean palette to start building my downtown. Get rid of these guys too. Okay, so I found a really cool building for right here. And it is... Let's go to signature buildings. No. What was it? I thought it was like some kind of art building. Hold on. I have to look for it. Okay, it was part of the modern... No, modern... There was like a modern... Maybe it was urban promenades. Like nothing's coming up. Okay, hold on. I've got to find this, guys. I've got to find this. I was on here the other day just looking through my buildings, and I saw this one building, and it was so cool. And I just don't remember what it is. I mean, it's got to be one of these somewhere. I thought it was like an art museum. I can't find it now. Let me try this. Modern. You know what it is? It's this building. It must be under like landmark or something. It must not be like a regular building. It's got to be something else, like a landmark or something. What is this? Modern City Hall. That's very cool as well. That's a really cool building. We should definitely use that. But I was thinking more along the lines of this. This is such a cool building. And, oh no, I want it, I can't, can I not face it on the tram road? I guess I can't face it on the tram road there. Okay, at least I know what the building is now, though. Okay, so let's take this. Let's delete this guy. Let's turn this into a regular road. Just a regular old road and have it come up here. Then we'll connect our tram road up to here. Put trams on this road. Okay, we got trams on everything. Now, okay. Yeah, thanks for bearing with me, guys. I knew this building existed, and I was like, I have to find it. I have to find it. And I just thought, right off the plaza here, this was the perfect building. Look at this. Isn't this so cool looking? I love this. You can like look inside, and there's like a little, it's like a little grassy area down there. And you can kind of see through the roof. It's just such a cool looking building. There's like little tables and stuff around it and benches. Oh my gosh, I love this. And it goes so well next to this park, this big open park. I just love it. So it's supposed to be, it's called the Modern Art Museum. And ooh, it costs a lot of money. Maybe I shouldn't have placed it down. Regular exhibitions of all types of fine art, adding great weekend destination for your citizens, attracts tourists to your city. And it has employees. Oh, it only has 16 employees. That's kind of a bummer. Oh, it has a resident too. It has a resident and employees. That's interesting. But yeah, I love that. So we could just have the tram. The tram can just go around it, and then we'll have a tram stop right here, right off the main park. Now, something we're going to need for this area is parking. So I got to remember to put the parking in there. Liam says you can always place more trees downtown. You should put parking on that road on the front. Oh, we were thinking the exact same thing, Liam. Parking. I was actually thinking there is a parking structure in the base game. This one. I think this is so cool. It's also a little expensive. We're just spending money like crazy here today. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to move these buildings over a little bit. Let's pause. We're just going to slide some of these buildings down using Move It. And grab this guy. Just move this guy down. Grab this guy, move this guy down. Okay, that should give us enough room for this parking garage. Perfect. And it's got a cool look and design. And so this should service most of our parking needs down in this downtown area. I'm going to bump up the parking fee to 20 bucks. I feel like 20 bucks is pretty realistic. Parking fee for that guy right there. And then, you know what? While we're doing all this stuff, let's add a bus stop. I feel like they would need a bus stop down here. And in fact, or maybe even a bus stop here at the train station. No, I think we would want a bus stop here, right next to this park here. I think makes a lot of sense to have a bus stop here. So let's go ahead and put a bus stop in. Bus stop, like a bus shelter, like right here. Yeah, maybe towards, maybe like right there. And then we could also add a taxi shelter down at the other end here. So we have buses and taxis in this one spot. Yeah, that's looking cool. And it automatically creates this bus lane on this side of the road and takes the parking away. And we might as well take the parking away from the other side of the road as well. So let's add some wide sidewalks to the other side. Take the parking off of there. We don't need parking on these. We just put this big parking structure in. We don't need parking on this road. Okay, and so now we can add a bus route that goes from here all the way to our cruise ship terminal over here. So that way people can come from the cruise ship terminal directly to downtown. Oh shoot, I don't want them to go this way. I want them to go through the main road here. How do I change this? I think you can just drag these roads like over to here. Yeah, you can drag it like this. I can drag this one like this, I think. Yeah, to make it go up this road instead. I think that makes a lot more sense. I also added a loop, like a bus loop that goes around this Brisa Marina area. So there's now this, when you come to this ship terminal, you can go in a loop around Brisa Marina, and now you can also go directly to the new downtown area. And now there's going to be the train, and the tram is going to be here. You can also catch the train and the tram if you want to go somewhere along there. The tram also, you can get to the tram to go up this way too. So I'm kind of connecting all the mass transit stuff up, I think, in a nice way. Look at all the taxis everywhere. My goodness. Azriel is in chat saying hi. Hey, welcome to the stream. Liam says that parking structure can only be placed one time in the city. Really? Well, I don't think I necessarily want it anywhere else. That's good to know, though. I didn't know you can only place it once. I think I want some more buildings in here. We definitely need more people living down here. Let me just see really quick if we can get some more buildings in. I know we haven't done any train stuff yet, but it's coming. Train stuff is coming, guys. I need more people though. We've spent like $2 million already this stream. Let's look at high density residential buildings. we go through our filters. We do residential buildings, high density buildings, and if we do like some of our packs here. We look at like our China buildings. Let's just do the tallest level, level 5. Wanted some cool looking residential buildings. I don't know if any of these are really what I'm looking for. These are nice, but not exactly what I'm looking for. What about Japan? Nothing. Northeast, it's a little, what about these? These are actually not that tall. Wanted something taller. Let's just look at everything in general. Or what if we look at just the base game stuff? I'm not really loving this. Oh, that's huge. That one's not bad. That's pretty cool. I think that's the one we have here already, isn't it? Yeah, that's the one we have here already. We could do one on either side of the road. That would be cool looking. I think we've already placed this one. Maybe let's go with this one. This would be another kind of interesting look. Put it right here, right next to the school. I think the people living here would like that. Just pop that in right there. This should have a bunch of people living in it. Halo Heights, yeah, almost another 1,000 people. So that'll help a lot. And that's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice looking look. Yeah, I like it. My downtown is growing, guys. It's getting cooler. Summit is in chat saying hello. Hey, Summit, welcome to the stream. Liam says, raise taxes to get money. Asriel says, and less people. Liam says, it needs more large residential towers. Asriel says, downtown needs more green space. You know, that is a good point, Asriel. I am thinking about doing another park. Maybe like somewhere over here, or maybe somewhere over here. Like these guys, this little neighborhood here is a little neglected. We got these people over here with massive pollution problems in their homes. Like, I think this would be an ideal spot for another green space kind of park. And there is another big park we haven't thrown in here yet. Where is it? We haven't done the Botanical Gardens yet. That is a beautiful one. Fountain Plaza we haven't done yet. That's not what I was thinking, though. I was thinking this one. This is a really cool park. I think this would look really well go really well right here. So maybe something like, yeah, I'd love it to be like right next to this road here so you could see it from this road. But also, let's draw in. Let's continue this road up here. So we got this road, this little road up here. maybe it starts coming up this way. And maybe it comes into here somehow. We're going to have to match up these grids some way. So maybe this road comes straight out here. We'll take a 4-lane road coming straight out like this. All the way down over here. Okay. I'd love to have a road coming up like right here. If we continue this straight, we have a road coming up through here like this. Something like that. Actually, I shouldn't have deleted that. I should make it connect like this. Then that can connect like that still. Maybe this should be a curve. Let's make this a curve. Let's maybe like cut this off here. Just having fun drawing some roads out. Yeah, there's a little curvy section right there. And then we could throw a park in here, and let's do some fun. Let's take that little section out of here. We'll throw in some parking, like a parking lot for this park. So maybe we'll do like a big parking lot like this. Oh, you know what'd be fun? Let's put the parking lot like this. Let's throw in a little bit of a road wrapping around the parking lot. This is a total distraction. I wasn't planning on doing any of this today, but it kind of makes sense. I'm going off of your suggestions, guys, for more green space. And then this is just the perfect spot for this park here. There's not enough room. There's not enough room. Guys. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Well, I guess we don't need this road here. So long, road. So long, road. I could put it in like this. That's not bad. Let's put it in like that. Maybe we'll use move it to move it around a little bit. Yeah, I would like it lined up with the big road here. Oh, but they got this like little parking lot area here. That's what needs to be connected up. What is this? Oh, that's cool. It's like a little bookshop. That's very cool. A little bookshop in the park. It's like a little plaza with some bushes and a little fountain. I don't know if this fits in here anymore. This is more of like a downtown plaza kind of thing. This isn't like a park for like a community like this. Like they don't care if there's a bookshop here. That doesn't make any sense at all. Osriel says you need to do it Central Park style. Liam says do another roundabout. Osriel says, by the way, I think the ring road is a good idea. Liam says, make the room. Osriel says, make the downtown more beautiful and faster because it can be a highway and highways are ugly, so keep it out of the downtown would be nice. Liam says, highways are beautiful. Osriel says, and noisy. You know what we should do? I think you're right that there is a noise issue with this being a highway here. But there is something with City Skylines 2. You can build sound barriers. So if we look right now, I think there's like noise pollution. Yeah, look at how far the noise pollution goes from this highway. That's pretty bad. This is pretty bad noise pollution. We can actually, let's see, where are the sound barriers? Sound barrier. Yeah, we could throw sound barriers all down here. And I think this will help a lot as people drive through this downtown area. And also for safety, I really don't want people like just, because before people could just like walk right onto the freeway from this plaza, which I don't really like. So I just think for safety reasons, it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, we'll put like little sound barriers here. And do one more. It won't let me do one more. I might have to fiddle with this one. This is a little weird. But yeah, I think that solves the sound issue. It looks a little weird, but I think it's okay. Azriel says, I can feel my ears bursting. Noise is better, but it looks so much worse. Let's see. Does it change the noise pollution immediately? I don't see any difference. I see no difference whatsoever. There's still all this noise pollution. What did this even do? That's a little frustrating. I thought this was all going to go away. Maybe it'll go down over time. Oh, I just saw it. It just went down. Did you guys see that? I just saw it go down. I swear. Did you guys see that too? Azriel says, don't mind me. I'm obsessed with European architecture. I think that is working. All right, let's get rid of this park. I'm not digging this anymore. I think it's cool, just not right here. Oh, these guys are not happy. All right, I'll come back to this. We'll definitely do something fun here. You know what we also need here is we need a little mail thing. Let's throw in a mail stop. Hopefully that'll help. Is there a downtown post office building? Probably this. It's probably the most downtown. All right, I need to stop building service buildings. We need to focus on trains. Okay, so trains. We got our train station here. The problem with trains is that the only railroad on this map is this one right here. This connects to the outside of the map, and it's not even in my tiles. So I'm going to have to expand the city out at least to here. And then I'm going to have to figure out how to get the train track from here all the way to downtown. Now, I think what most people would do is most people would look at this situation and say, okay, well, this is simple. We just run the train track all the way around the outside of the town, right? We could just, simple, easy, and done. Well, there's a couple of problems with that. Number one, I don't think I have enough money to buy all of these squares. I don't even think I have enough money to do that. I have to buy every single one of these squares all the way over to here. As it is, I have to buy all the squares to get to here. Okay, so, and I'm going to have to buy some more squares over here. Like these two I'm going to have to buy for sure. So I just don't have enough money to buy all these squares. Second, I think what most cities would do is I think they would bring it through the city, is I think what most cities would do. So that's what we're going to do. I think it's realistic. I've been kind of planning for this, so there's a little bit of a corridor here to bring the train tracks through. But we're going to have to bring the train tracks straight through the middle of the city. This is going to be crazy. We're going to have to just bulldoze everything to get these train tracks through. But we're going to have to connect it up to our rail yard here and then to our downtown. Okay, so let's start with this here first because this is our obviously our first connection. Okay, so let's buy tiles. Let's buy this tile and this tile. We're going to need these guys. Oh, I might not have enough money to do all of this. We're down to $1 million. Yikes. Just been going through money so fast. Let's see. Liam says trees make the sound pollution go down as well. Azrael says, personally, I would do a ring road and make downtown mostly pedestrian. Liam says, great train service starts with great train infrastructure. Azrael says, just my personal take. Liam says, pedestrians can walk on the sidewalk. Azrael says, I noticed you have a great outer ring road start, the long curved road. What about the pollution, the non-existent Cities Skylines pollution? Okay, so this should be fairly straightforward. Just connect, because we're just connecting from here to here. So let's start with that. Are there already there's already trains on here? Look at this. This is a great asset. I think it looks really cool. Did this always have trains on it? I don't remember there used to being trains on it like this. Okay. So I think we could use our complex curve tool to do this. Let's go to train. Let's go to our double train track. Let's go to our complex curve. Oh, this is a single train track. Okay, well, we're going to come out from a single train track. Or you know what we could do? Both of these are single train tracks. So we could have this come down from two singles down to a double. Right? Okay, let's do singles. Let's do that over here. Yeah, that's a cool connection. So two single train tracks down to a double train track, and then we're going to connect the double train track up using our continuous tool. Okay, so this is going to go from here down to here, like that. Is that too wonky? That looks a little bit wonky. Maybe we'll come out a little bit more. To like right there. That looks even more wonky. It's just because this is at like a weird angle. Okay, I think that's as good as it's going to get. All right, so that's connected up now. Let's connect it up to these guys. This is another single. This is a double. This could be just a simple curve. Do something like that. And then these are single tracks. I have that go into here. Another single track. Something like that. Actually, I don't like this one as much. Let's do this again. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'm thinking, in terms of these train tracks, I was looking... Here, let's pause this. I was looking earlier at different, like, train yards. Train yards can get, like, crazy looking. Here's one I was looking at. I mean, look at this. I can't really make this bigger. This is as big as the picture is. But that's crazy. That is one crazy train yard. I'd like to have some like big infrastructure like this, but yeah, train yards get like really crazy looking. And I'm thinking we might just even just put in some more train tracks here just to make it look a little beefier. Because I like that. I like that look. Azriel says your roads are too curvy. I think they're not bad. Yeah, let's just throw in some more of these train tracks. I'd like to put in... I want to make sure they're the same. Okay, let's draw on a road just to make sure that things are perpendicular. So I can make sure that's 90 degrees there, and then any train track that cuts across this would also be 90 degrees. So we can just throw in, like if we throw in one here, that's exactly 90 degrees. So just do something like this. Have a whole bunch of different train tracks. I'm just trying to make this look like a legitimate train yard. Yeah. Now that's looking cool. That is looking cool. And then we could just connect them all up to here. So maybe coming off of here, do a simple curve. How does that look? Oh, this is a weird intersection. No! Oh, that looks bizarre. Okay, it was all good until... Oh, gosh. This is a mess. I would think we broke the game, guys. Uh, redo. That's really not connected well either. Okay, these are connected normal. We're gonna have to work on these. Okay, that's a good connection. Okay, so that worked. Yeah, sometimes you have to be careful with these connections or they'll be bizarre. You know what I'll do? Actually, let's redo this. Let's draw in. I can always like just connect this guy to this connection. So let's do this connection first. Okay, how's that connection? Okay, that looks good. Okay, so this connection looks good. Yeah, you just gotta double check your train connections because sometimes they get a little bizarre. Then this guy can connect right into here. That's looking good. Okay, perfect. Okay, now these can just all feed off of this. Okay, there's one. There's another. There's another. Yikes. This is where it gets kind of weird. I think that's good. No, that's a little weird. That's all right. We can fix it with move it. All right. That is definitely a train yard. It's looking pretty crazy. But again, I have to remind you, like, where's my other train yard? Oh, I closed it. I closed the window. That picture I showed, I mean, these train yards in real life just look crazy like this. So I don't think this is like completely out of the bounds of what the train infrastructure would look like. And I love like when you zoom out, you just see this big train infrastructure and it just like, it feels like you got trains in your city. I love it. Austin is in chat saying connect the outside line first, then work towards the inside. That is a good idea. We should work on the outside connection. Osriel says, Zach, quick question. Do you think there's going to be more disasters than tornado and forest fire in the future? Yeah, probably. Yeah, we haven't talked yet about the big news. The big Cities Skylines 2 news is that the new DLC was delayed again. It was supposed to come out last month. And they just announced that it's going to become, this is the Bridges and Piers DLC. They announced it's going to come out in December, so 6 months from now. And they said that there's some like minor bugs to fix that they still have to fix. I'm sorry, minor bugs do not take 6 months. There's got to be like major problems. I don't know what is going on with this game. It's been out for a year and there's still major problems with it. And now the DLC is delayed for 6 months. It's crazy. I don't know how you can run a company like this and survive. Hopefully they survive because I love playing this game, but my goodness, it's crazy. Oh, I missed this before from Osriel. He said, half the train road where I live is overgrown and abandoned. Osriel says, dangerous problems. I hope the DLC isn't struggling with dangerous problems. Okay, where are we going to go from here? Because now we have to go through the city. Oh my goodness. Are we going to have to destroy the incineration plant we just built? It's like right in the way of the train tracks. Okay, we have to go around the incinerator plant for sure. Okay, well we have Oakwood. This is a pretty big development we got going on here. I don't want to destroy this. So we'll probably have to run the train tracks around Oakwood. It's going to piss these guys off. Could you imagine living in a nice residential area like this and having a train track just run right next door to it? I mean, those things happen in cities, so they just happen. Okay, let's go with Austin's suggestion to connect the outside line first. So the outside line is over here. So we got to connect this now to our train yard here. Okay, so this is the line through my city. It's a little bit, it's a lot. It's a lot going on here. Okay, so we're going to have to connect, we're going to have to buy these 3 for sure. We only have $600,000 left to do this, guys. $600,000 left, and that's good. Hopefully we can pay for all these train tracks. Okay, so I think the first thing is going to go through here. You know, we deleted this landfill. Maybe this is where we put a train station. I just thought about this right now. What a great use of this space. We just opened this up. What a great spot. It's right next to this beautiful apartment complex here. So I'm sure these people would love to live right next to a train station that would take them directly into downtown. It's like, what a great use of the transportation network. So let's see if we can build something here. Maybe just extend this road out and put the train station against here. So what kind of road is this? It's just a regular road. Okay. So we extend this out. Should we connect this up to here? I don't know if we want to connect it up to here because this is so busy. I don't want to add any more traffic to this. We could add a pathway. Let's add a pathway. Oh, that's going to annoy me. What? This isn't straight. Why didn't this draw this in straight? That's really frustrating. Okay, pathway. Let's try this again. Oh, it didn't connect. That's kind of weird. Oh well, it's straighter now though, so that's okay. Okay, so we don't have to connect there. What kind of train stations are there in this game? I haven't done trains yet, so this is all new to me. Okay, so we have this one. This is one we placed downtown. Okay, this is a nice little, like a little town-looking train station. That looks cool. Historic, ooh, that's kind of cool looking. Little historic train station in there. It's a little bit bigger than I think we need. French train station. Oh, this is perfect. Just a little kind of small town train station. This almost fits perfectly in here too. Let's go with this guy. The French train station. What else? This is like the regular one. This is a little too big. This is the modern one. This looks pretty cool. It's a little ugly though. Honestly, that's a little too big. Medium train station. That's cool. This is actually pretty cool. Small train station. That's pretty cool as well. But this French one is just so cool, guys. We got to go with the French one. So just go a little bit further. No, it's not connected up. Okay, I really kind of screwed all of this up. Let's have this come out here. We'll do a little cul-de-sac at the end, so people can turn around. Actually, let's do a full-on roundabout, so people can really turn around at the end. And let's put our little pathway back in here. Okay, brilliant. That is so adorable looking. You guys, this is the coolest train station. I love this. Now, the idea with the trains is you don't want a lot of train stations. Like, you're supposed to, like, bring the people in by train and then have them transfer to, like, the other metro services, right? So we're only going to have 2 train stations, one on either end of town. So one over here and then one downtown. And then they can transfer from that to, like, the tram or the bus or, you know, something like that, a taxi. I think that makes sense. Actually, while I'm thinking about that, is there a taxi stop out here? Let's put a taxi stop right in front of this train station here. Give one more way for people to get around. Taxi shelter. Right there. Yeah, I think that's good. Azrael says, I can't explain the long wait otherwise. Liam says, go around the incinerator. Liam says, train stop and green space. Azrael says, make it pink. Pink Walmart, part 2, pink train station. Liam says, use the modern one. Azrael says, French. We're using the French one, guys. I thought the modern one looked a little ugly. What is the modern one was this one. It's just not as quaint looking. This part of town is my first part of the first thing I built was this part of town, and it's this like small town. It's called Gator Gulch. It's a small town. You got a little small town Main Street in here. You got your building with like the little Pepsi logo on it. I think this just fits in here. That's my call. Okay, now we have got to figure out how to connect these through here. We got buildings and stuff in here already. Now, luckily, these buildings are not that fancy. These are our 250 people. No, 583 people. 565 people. Okay, this has a lot of people living through in here. Maybe we can make another complex for them over here. The problem is there's probably still ground pollution here, right? Ground pollution's over here. What is this? Oh, that's the police station. Okay, so maybe I could relocate the buildings over here. We got ground pollution here. This is industrial. Maybe I could just relocate these guys. Because that's a lot of people. 583 people, 565 people. It's over 1,000 people. Okay. I think I'm going to build like a little apartment district for this little train station area here. Let's do some roads. Maybe we'll just use some alleyway roads coming into here. Yeah, let's just do, you know what, let's put a parking lot in first. We'll do like a little parking lot right across from the train station. And we'll do some alleyway roads, but run around it. With some crosswalks for people to walk across the street. And then, this is a little bit cheaty, guys, so just let me save these people. We're just going to cheat and use move it. And move these buildings over to here. Spin this guy around so that they're facing off the side street. I'm going to put that building there. We're going to do the same thing to this guy. Put him over here. Spin it around. Oop. Got a tree in the building. We got lots of trees in the building. Shoot. And then what I might do is use the Pika Pika tool and throw another building in right there. So we got a whole complex going on. I don't know if I like that. That's a little too samey. What I might do is find something else. Oh, let's do another one like this big guy. How many people live here? 610. Let's grab another big guy like this. That's really pretty ugly. I gotta find something better than that. That's a really ugly building. It's just like towering over this whole area. These are all low density housing. So these are supposed to be for like poor people. This is like my low density housing buildings. These were all the poor people in this district here. So let's find another one of those buildings. So high density building, low rent. That's what I mean. Low rent building. So we need that one looks pretty decent. I'm not really liking any of these. What if we used... This one's not bad. No, I don't really like that one either. This is supposed to be like a cool train station complex, you know? Outside the train station. So what if we do... something like a couple of these. Oh, that's cool. This is a little bit more in line with what I was thinking. Something like this. Yeah, I'm liking that. Look at that. It's got this cool like green color in it that like kind of pops. It's got this kind of slanty roof that's kind of cool. I like it. And then your view outside is this cute little train station. All right, yeah, see that makes more sense to me. That you'd have this little community by the train station, and that should allow for a little bit more residential in there. Okay, so that got rid of those buildings, so that allows us to put the train tracks straight through here. We actually don't need this road here anymore. Let's delete this road. And I think we're going to cut it straight through these fields. Yeah, let's run it straight through these fields. Okay, so we almost have like room like already here. So all the way through here, all the way through here. Liam says, use a modern one. Azrael says, French. Depressingly bland train station. French is superior. Maybe cherry trees. Azrael says, make it French along the French train station. Call it the French district. Azrael says, no, I'm German. Oh, Liam's asked if he's French. Just makes sense because it's next to the French train station. You know what? That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. But these ones aren't French, though. That's a kind of a cool idea, though. If this is the French train station, why don't we make these all like French-looking buildings? Let's go with that. You know what? Okay, this is 1,000 people we're just killing right here. Let's look at the French. I haven't used any of the French buildings at all. But if we do French... Why isn't it showing me... Is there no high-density French buildings? Why isn't it showing me these? It's not showing me any of the French buildings. In Find It. Oh my goodness, why isn't this working? Okay, CCP. Are these the French buildings? No, these are the Mediterranean buildings. Oh, here's the French ones. Okay, here we go. For some reason it wasn't showing up. You know what? These look really cool. So these are medium density though. I don't think French has high density. Does it? It looks like it's all medium. There's German, Japan, UK, Southwest. Yeah, it's all medium density, but that's okay. We'll do medium density. Yeah, so let's just pop some of these down in here. I think we'll put another one right on the corner here. That is adorable. Are there mixed-use housings for the French? Yeah, there are. That might be kind of cool, right next to the train station, to have if these were actually mixed use. So this is a mixed-use corner building. Oh, this is a smaller one. Where are the bigger ones? Gosh, there's lots of options. These corner ones, 3x4, 3x4, 2x5. Wow, that one's nice and big. I like that one. I would like having those like corner shops here. So let's put one here and one here. And then let's switch back to the residential French. Medium. Corner right? No, I need the corner left. Gosh, these are hard to use. I've never used these before. But yeah, it's I guess it's a lot of like finding the right corners. See, this is like a right corner, but I need like a left-hand corner. This is like the right-hand corner. Oh, this is a left-hand corner. I'll do something like that. And then let's throw in... No, I need another right-hand corner. Something like that. And then something left-hand corner. Something like that. Okay, that's cool. So now we have like a little kind of like French district thing happening here. Probably should throw in a couple more around here, but I'll play around with this off stream a little bit more. But yeah, that is a really cool idea. Thank you for suggesting that. slide these a little bit closer to the sidewalk there. And actually, I feel like I'm not sure this should be an alley either anymore. We'll just keep it. I think this is pretty good. I mean, I'll probably expand this out too to fill up this whole area. That is so adorable. Just this cute little... This really, truly is a little train district now. I love it. Liam says, Florida is getting French. Osriel says, bulldoze the people alongside the buildings. Oh, yeah. Okay, so where do all those people go? Let's play and see what happens to the people. Shouldn't the people show up here that we just destroyed? Oh, yeah. Okay, they're all coming out. These are all the 600 people coming out of their building. Are they going into these guys? Oh, gosh. These only have like 12 households. 16 households. Oh, this is so sad. These have more households. 27. Not nearly enough for what we destroyed, though. That's so sad. Oh, all these people trying to figure out where to go. Okay, well, hopefully they'll figure it out. Yeah, we definitely need to just to like replace what we lost. Holy cow, the city just passed 50,000 people. We've been gaining more and more people. It's crazy. We're down to $500,000. So we started the stream at like, what, 4.5 million? We've spent all of that money in today's stream. Okay, we're almost connected. We've almost connected everything up. We just got to keep going, guys. Okay, so I think we're going to have to shrink these fields. So let's start by doing that. Let's go ahead and grab our specialized industry area tool and shrink these guys down. This is probably going to impact my farming. Okay, so we're going to shrink that guy. And so I think we can bring the train. Okay, so we're going to bring it. Use our continuous tool around this building and through here. Yeah, it's going to come right across here. Oh, why did that connect so weird? No, 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 no. Oh, gosh. Why is that connected so weird? Okay, can I fix this with move it? No. Ugh. It's just like weirdly connected up. I don't think I can even change it. I have to destroy the whole train station. Ugh, that's really annoying. Okay, maybe I can fix it by redrawing it in. Yeah, that's really screwed up. What happened here? No, I'm gonna have to redraw the whole station in. Cause that's like, look at that. What a mess. That's gonna cause like train crashes. Gosh. All right, how much does it cost to relocate it? 17,000. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, see, because there's like a little piece of train track underneath there. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is relocate it here. And then relocate it back after I delete this road. Oh, that's so annoying. That one little piece of road just cost me so much money. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I'm going to turn this off so it doesn't cost me so much money while we're trying to fix this. Okay, these things happen, guys. Let's try and do this again. We might just have to delete this building. Because I want to get it to this road. You know, this road is not even connected. It doesn't even have to be here. You know what? We're bulldozing everything. We're bulldozing the whole shebang. Guys, we got to bring a train through here. Everything is going. Everything is going. You can go live in the new French district we just built. Sorry, guys. This is going. This is going. Everything is going. All right. We have a nice open area. You know what we might do is we might just have 2 train tracks going through here. We might just keep the 2 train tracks. Except it goes down to 1. So it doesn't really make sense to have 2 train tracks. Although, you know what? Maybe it does make sense to have 2 train tracks. Because we could have a cargo train station over here, maybe? Potentially. Oh dear. Why is there all this traffic over here? Oh, probably people moving in. Gosh, this is a lot of traffic. Look at my beautiful interchange. It's working so beautifully, guys. Look at that. It's at a complete standstill. My intersection is not working the way it's supposed to. What is happening? It's just everybody is trying to go. I think everyone's trying to move in. You see, all these people are trying to go downtown, which is this one exit ramp. Everyone's lining up for this. That's what's happening. A lot of the traffic problems will be fixed once we get these trains working. Liam says, do a like spike. We should do a like spike. Are you guys ready for a like spike? If you guys enjoy trains in Cities Skylines, go ahead and hit that like button. In 3, 2, 1, like spike. Boom, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Liam says, where did my apartment go? It was right there a second ago. Azrael says, first comes waking up the new building's foundation. Move the station. No need to bulldoze, just move it. Azrael says, the U.S. highway method, but with train tracks. Liam says, what's your French language? What the French? Azrael says, you need more ways into downtown. What? More ways than my massive interchange? That's enough. That is enough. Okay, so we just bulldozed everything. We have a straight shot. We have some houses here. Goodbye, houses. Goodbye. Oh, they're coming back. Oh, we got a D-zone. D-zone the houses. No houses for any of these people. Goodbye. And goodbye. Goodbye to everybody. Yeah, you know what? We will keep 2 train tracks. We'll just have 2 train tracks go through this whole way through here. Okay, so now we got to shrink these areas up. So this will go down here as well. Same thing here. This is a little forestry area. So it'll shrink up as well. And we could probably expand these out a little bit more later on. Wait, didn't I just dezone this? I thought I just dezoned this. I don't know what happened there. Okay, what is this? Oh, there's like a little road here. That's okay. Does this road need to be here? Is anything on this road? Not really. Let's delete this road. Okay, so the train tracks are going to cut across this road, which is okay. I don't mind that. Is this actually perpendicular? It looks slightly off. It says it is. We're just going to go with that. Okay, so this is a double. This is horrible. This is a double train track crossing on this road. Oh, gosh. And normally, I would do, like, bridges, but I feel like you wouldn't do, like, a bridge for a pedestrian street like this. I think you would just have a crossing. So we're going to have 2 train track crossings right next to each other. It's going to be crazy for traffic, but I think it makes sense. I think you would just see this, something like this. Okay, we got trees on the tracks. Let's get rid of these trees. All right, we're almost to the outside connection here. I feel like this is not really lined up. Look at this. It's not really, like, straight. Am I the only one seeing this? Like, I don't understand why that's not, like, a straight line. Like, if this... Something's not right here. Okay, this should be perfectly straight. it's like it's not exactly lining up. Okay, hold on. Let me turn off these snappings. Let's do the angle snapping. Are the roads not straight? Like something is not lined up here. See, like it doesn't line up with the grid. You know what? I'm just gonna eyeball it. Honestly, I can do it. I can eyeball it more straight than this is doing it on its own, or with the snapping. So it says that's 179 degrees, but I don't know. It looks more straight to me than what it's given me. That looks so much better. Oh my goodness. All right, let's turn snapping back on and hopefully this will fix itself. Okay, that looks really good except all the trees that are there. Okay, let's get rid of the trees really quick. Where is my tree brush? It's too big. Let's get these trees off the train tracks. Come on, come on. All right, nice. We're almost there. We're almost connected. Almost connected up. All right, now I need to connect up to this guy. Okay, so here, I think this is where I'm going to branch off and split off into the two train tracks. So there's one. And there's the other one. Okay, that's good. Because I'm actually going to branch off again and go across the river here for some other stuff over here later on for future expansion in the future. But I think that's a pretty good repurpose of the city. The only big problem is this crossing here. Like this is going to cause mad traffic, I'm sure. But that's just realistic. I mean, this kind of thing happens in cities when you bring train tracks through. Now, these guys would probably be a little unhappy with this, to have train tracks put in right next to their housing. But I mean, I mean, it's apartments, okay? They can deal with it. They live in an apartment. I mean, this isn't like a nice ritzy area. The nice ritzy area is over here by the waterfront. So they don't have to put up with the train noise. It's these apartment living people, and they can deal with it. They got their nice looking French apartments. They can deal with it. Okay, so that's the first thing. We're actually connected up now. Now we have to connect from here into our beautiful train yard over here. So this is going to be a little bit more of the same, but this shouldn't be as difficult because most of these are just like these field areas. So let's go ahead and shrink these down. So this guy is going to have to shrink down to make room. I'm losing all my industry to do this. That's okay. Oh no, this is a problem. How are we going to get it through here? Okay, so the train track goes through here. Then probably through here. You know, we could just move this building over. Relocate to like right there. Okay, that makes sense. This is the road maintenance depot, so that's makes sense to move. That's not such a hassle. And it makes sense to have that next to train tracks because who cares? This one, we're gonna have to delete this whole thing. Just delete this whole guy. And this is gonna run next to the power plant, so no one cares if there's train tracks next to the power plant. We might as well delete this guy, and that gets us over to here. Okay, now, so this actually probably makes more sense to run it to this side. Okay, yeah, so we're going to just delete this guy. Delete this guy. Delete this guy. I'm losing so much. Delete this. And then probably just move this. Up to here. And then we'll just cross over the road here and connect everything up. I think we're almost there, guys. Wow, this has been a major, major project. Azrael says you need more ways into downtown. Faster, closer, and more efficient ways. Be innovative. Reject YouTuber. I'm just kidding. Become architect. Double crossing looks like my sleep paralysis demon. Liam says more train car pedestrian strikes. Azrael says best video idea. 1 train versus 1,000 pedestrians. Who will win? Liam says, okay, I have to get some sleep. All right. See ya, Liam. Thanks for stopping by. Azrael says, it's 4 a.m. to me. I have to catch a train at 5 p.m. I can sleep later. Liam's saying good night. V5 is in chat saying, hey, I missed you last week. What's this week's build on? We are doing trains. I've spent the last 2 hours building train infrastructure, and we're still not connected up yet. Azrael says, build a dam. They let you export a ton of electricity, giving huge profit, and you won't have power shortages for a long while. I don't really have any... The water in this city isn't good for a dam. I don't have any, like, flowing rivers or anything. Okay, so we just cleared all of that land. Let's get these train tracks in. So we got to cross... Here's another major road crossing. Okay, there we go. Then we've got to go into here. Now, at some point, we're going to need to go down to 1 track. So maybe here is where we go down to 1 track. Let's say this is 1 track here. So our goal will be to get to 1 track at this point. Okay, so we go from like there, and then this can just go straight in. If we just go straight, it'll just connect up like that. think that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's connected up. Then this goes straight across into here. Okay, where is this going to go? Okay, then it crosses here, crosses here. And then starts curving over to here. And it's going to go into here. Okay, so let's go from this side. Okay, that cuts across the road there. Now we need to connect all of these train tracks up to here, preferably before it crosses this road. So let's get rid of this little road segment. I was just using this as a guideline. Let's start connecting these guys up. Just use our complex curve, or our simple curve, sorry. Actually, maybe I should use the complex curve. Yeah, like that. Then these can just go straight. We'll make these go straight into here. These aren't connected. Why is this not working? Okay, this one's not bad. It's just this one. That one didn't connect either. Some of these just are not connecting. This one is great. Maybe I have to connect them up like this into here, you know? Oh, now this one isn't connecting anymore either. Of course not. Maybe I have to do every other one. No, it's still not. Okay, there it goes. Maybe it's too steep. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I have to curve it in like that. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So we'll do something like that. So go straight like that. So go straight like this. Then this will curve in like this. All right, I'm figuring it out. I don't do a lot of work with train tracks, so it's taken me a little bit to figure this out. Okay, so that works, that works, that works. Then we'll do this guy. That works nicely. How about this guy? That works nicely too. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And we got these two single lines, which we can just connect straight up into here. Same thing with this guy. All right, I am loving this. I think this looks so cool. V5 says the city looks kind of flat for a dam. Osriel says, river? Since when can the landscape be so flat? Well, it's supposed to be Florida. Florida's really flat like this. Osriel says they need to diverge smoothly or the trains will crash because trains can't do sharp curves. Oh, surreal. Is diverse the right word? My brain doesn't work as well at 4 a.m. like it does at day. This side of this actually looks better than this side. I might redo this so it looks a little bit more like this, because this side looks pretty good. This one looks a little funky over here. But the main thing I want to do is connect these guys up. So, oh, we're so close, guys. We are so close. Okay. Now, unfortunately, if this goes straight, it'll go right through my elementary school. So we can't go straight through here, but we couldn't curve it a little bit. So if we use our complex curve tool, we'll do like a little S curve. Try to get through here. Something like that. Switch back to the simple curve. I think that's it. I think we're connected up. All right. I think we did it. All right. Wow. Wow, that was a lot of work. And I've destroyed my city because I've damaged so much stuff. We took out farms, we took out buildings. People are homeless, but we have trains. So I think it's all worth it. All right. Let's turn everything on and see if it works. Hopefully it does. Okay, so let's turn on this guy. Train station. We'll put in a parking fee. And what is this? 2 additional buildings. Yes, please. Oh, it puts it on the side. Oh, I don't know if I want those buildings. What does this, do the buildings do? Oh, it adds comfort is what it does. It just adds comfort. I don't know if I want it. I don't want it to look that big. I like this the small look of it. All right, we're just going to leave it like it is. But we are going to turn it on. And then we're going to turn on the rail yard. Why can't I select this? There we go. Turn on the rail yard. And then we'll turn on our downtown train station down here. And let's connect up our first train route. So we'll start with our first, we'll start a route here. So we'll go through here. We'll go through the depot. We'll go to our train station here. And then we'll go out of town. And I guess we have 2 different routes. So we'll go to Leechburg. And then we'll come back. And that will be my first route. All right, so if we go to our routes, we go to trains. No, trains. This will be Leechburg to downtown. And that's our first route. Let's go ahead and do the other one, since we have two cities out here. And we'll do that on the other, one of these other platforms. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that there is no other... I don't think there's any other... I don't think there's any other cities connected, like any other ways out other than these two. I wish there was another platform here. All right, that's completed. I think I accidentally unclicked that stop. Let's go back over here. Yeah, so there's only this one stop here. This one platform. So both directions have to stop at this platform. That's okay. And then where was this going out to? Chelsea. Okay. So this is Chelsea to downtown. We'll make this one like purpley. Okay, so now we have trains. Let's see if any spawn in. And let's see if this kills my budget. Oh, we're having people leave the city. That's okay. I mean, we're at 50,000 people. That's pretty good. Osriel says, finally, the tantalizing agony of train infrastructure is complete. Yeah, I wanted to do the trains and the trams today because so at our major intersection, the cool thing about this intersection was this side has the trains and this side has the trams, and I wanted to complete the trams because right now the tram doesn't go anywhere. We got our first train! You guys, we got our first train coming through here. I think this is going to I think this probably just came out of our depot. We're going to follow this in a second. But yeah, so I wanted to do the trams as well, but I'm not going to have time to get to them today. So maybe next week we'll do these trams. But for right now, we just got these trains connected. Traffic is not looking good along my roundabouts. Okay, so if we're in our trains, let's go to first-person view. This is the view going into downtown. B5 says, wow, the train looks like Via Rail colors blue and yellow. That's pretty cool, right? Riding into downtown like this. I'm digging it. Wait, can I turn it around? I can't see. I can't see. I can't see anything. Oh, a purple. Oh, they're the colors that you pick. Oh, and it changes the color of the train. That is very cool. Okay, so let's see. Can I look at this direction? Oh no, it won't let me see the front of the train. Wait, hold on. Oh, maybe I was choosing the wrong one. Oh, I was choosing the wrong one. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Azrael says time for Wolves and Finance after the stream, right? No, we're just doing it this stream. All right, so this is the rail yard. We're going into the rail yard now. And the sun is right in my face. Okay, we're through the rail yard. There's the incinerator plant we built. We're going through Oakwood. I can see the Oakwood apartments on our left. There's another train speeding by. And we're coming in to the French train station soon. Coming around the corner. This is where it splits up into the two tracks. Coming across the road and into our French train station. Look at that. And then we'll just go... We should be going out of town now. Got our fields to our left. We got some forestry to our right. And that's it. Now we're out of town. Going around the curve, going back to a single track. I think that's pretty cool. So we are all connected up. We are working. And I'm going to have to keep an eye on a couple of things. Number one, this traffic. We obviously have this new train stop here, which is going to cause some traffic. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that and see how that affects things. But the traffic, I mean, this isn't too busy. This is just like a sleepy residential area over here. So it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so other than the traffic, I'll need to keep an eye on my production. Oh. We are now losing money. All this train infrastructure is costing us big time. I think a big part of the problem probably is production. Because my production, I mean, we deleted so much stuff. Well, actually, my production isn't that bad. We definitely need more chickens. And more stone. That's not that bad. I mean, but luckily we have the land where we could put it in. I'll probably want to redevelop this into residential. Yeah, this is probably a good residential parcel here. I mean, we got a bunch of areas to use here. So, yeah, I mean, I could probably, this would be a good place to squeeze in like a little stone area. I mean, these are kind of awkward parcels of land. I don't know what maybe we could throw some industrial in over here. We can probably put more farm fields and stuff back in here. It's probably ideal farmland. So yeah, we can definitely do some changes. But the big change is we got this corridor now, this transportation corridor running right through the middle of the city. So where we have our trains going through here now, we have our main vehicle artery going through here. So they're kind of like side by side going through the town here until they get to this major intersection here. And the traffic is starting to go down here as well. I think mostly as these people are starting to move in to our new building downtown is what this is all about. Yeah, they're all coming to the new building is what this is. Look at all the new people. They love it down here. And then we got our brand new fine arts building looking great over here. Oh, and my money's back up. Look at that. How did that happen? I mean, it's pretty close. I need to bump this up some more, probably. I really just need to grow my downtown. Get more people in downtown. All right, so, wow. Big stream today. Got a lot accomplished. I hope you guys enjoyed. That's going to be it for me. And next week, we'll do some more stuff with the downtown. We'll do some more stuff. We'll finish up the tram area here. And hopefully I'll balance out my city to account for all the stuff I destroyed in today's episode. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And everybody remember, no matter what is going on in your life, to always do something fun every single day. Until next time, this is Zach signing off.